Hi everyone, so continuing on with the adventures in the Lego Movie 2 game, Systarian Jungle boss awaits. It's this pretty cool chameleon thing on top of this tower, and he's got a crazy tongue, and it's the crazy tongue that does the most damage. However, the biggest challenge is figuring out what you're supposed to do with the weird fruits that you get to fire back at it. And I'm going to take you through all that. I'm going to take you through what you're supposed to do with the fruit. It's a little bit fiddly, and how to avoid the tongue so you're not getting hit all the time. Hopefully that's going to help you guys out, and if it does, drop us a like below. But we're just going to get into the boss fight now. And to start with, the tongue's not even going after you, so it's going after the fruit. And when you get over here, you'll find this fruit here that you need to paint with the brush. Now you don't just paint it any old colour. What you want to do is paint it the same colour as the chameleon. It's a chameleon and it goes after whatever looks like him. So start with the side that faces away from it and then come around the inside, and then it will turn into this jagged fruit. And as soon as it turns into this, the tongue flies out, pulls it back in, and then obviously it does some damage to the Systarian Jungle boss. So then it gets a bit angry. It's not happy with the situation of getting spiky fruit thrown into its mouth. So then you got to run away from the tongue. You can see it moves pretty quickly. So you just got to keep on moving and stay away from that hit. Obviously, if you get over to the side, you might have to come back in again. But if you just keep on moving, you should be able to avoid it relatively easily until you get your next fruit to go after. So then obviously it's a case of heading up to it. However, during this phase of it, it will start to attack you as you're painting. So when you hear this noise, you know it's going to start to attack you. So use the fruit as a little bit of shelter. So wait behind the fruit, wait for it to stop attacking you, and then try to get in some paint if you can. You can see the chameleon was green, so I'm continuing to paint the kind of weird pineapple thing green. And then it is a little bit fiddly. You just have to keep going around and trying to get it in the right place. You can try and do the aiming thing, and that sometimes works. In this case, it was the only way for me to finish it off. And then it turns into the jagged fruit and fires back in to the Systarian Jungle boss's chameleon face for yet another hit. This time, once you've got 2 hits on, it gets a little bit knocked out. And what you want to do is get in close so that you can climb up again, very similar to the previous boss that you will have taken on in Apocalypseburg. So then it's a case of waiting for the moments to kind of like free run up. So you kind of got to wait it out, and then you jump on over here. But you kind of got to get everything right. If you get everything right, then you should get to the top, and you should be able to get through the next phase. So then you just kind of like waiting to get around here, and then as soon as you get the prompt, definitely make your move. So jump on up and then wait for your timing just to get it right up here, and then again you're waiting for one of these to come across, and then you should be free. Now at this stage you've got to move fast, because otherwise you'll have those spines firing at you. But then if you're moving fast, then you should be able to get up to the top, and you probably recognize this from the boss in Apocalypseburg, the giant alien boss. It's just a case of getting the pink one and mashing it as quickly as possible. So you need to do 4 in each phase, so you've just got to chase them down. So that's the 4th one done, and then obviously as soon as you've done the 4th one, it fires you back up in the air. And then it's just a case of skydiving down, so nothing really to do here. You just kind of land back on the ground. And then what you're trying to do is repeat the process once again. This time, he's angry again, and that tongue is firing out just as quickly, maybe even quicker than the first time. So this time I did have to come back on myself, but I managed to stay out of the way of the tongue. So just kind of like keep moving in one direction. If you run out of room, then quickly turn in the other direction to get away from it, and then you'll get another one of these fruits to fire back at it. As before, stay behind the fruit while you're painting it, which will stop you getting hit by the tongue when it's in attack mode. When it stops, you'll then be able to go around to the other side to finish the job off. And like I said earlier, it can be a bit fiddly. You can see there, I'm kind of like just trying to get into the right location, but also worried that it's going to get me with the tongue. But once you've done it, this is the final hit. so it's just gonna come in and get it. But this time it's slightly different. So once it's damaged, yeah, the tongue lolls down, but it does this kind of blast move. And then there's kind of like an impact that kind of cascades across the floor that can get you. So then you've got to wait for it to drop again. And then you want to double jump over the top and then jump on up to it. And this will fire you back around. So again, you're just kind of waiting for the right opportunities to jump to the next stage. It's pretty cool. It's got this amazing loop that goes around here. You can see the chameleon in the background. It's epic. So then you back up here, and then it's just a case of waiting for your opportunities, getting on across, keeping on moving in the right direction, and then again you've got to move fast here to get past the spikes, and then you're back up to the top. And it's back to chasing the pinkies. They move fast, but you should be able to get them relatively easy. So that's one of the 4 done. And again, it's just a 4. Now there's only 1 in each one of these, so you've got to kind of come into the middle, wait for it to appear, and move fast in its direction. And as soon as you get close to it, hit the attack button so that you kind of like dive in and do a bit of damage. And this should be the last of the 4, and that is how you take down the Systarian Jungle chameleon ghost weird, crazy, big-tongued Mama Jamma boss. That's it, guys. Hopefully that helps you out, and if it does, drop us a like below. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already with the links on the left-hand side, and hit that bell button if you want to get notifications for all of our videos as they come out. You can check out our shop with the links under that, and the rest of our videos for the Lego Movie 2 game with the links on the right-hand side. Leave any comments below, let us know how you get on against the boss, and I will catch you next time.